Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's continue. So here we have four more interrogative or questioning nouns that we will use to ask questions in Arabic. Here we have كيف, كيف, which means how in English. We have كم, كم, which means how many or how much. We have also أين, أين, which means where. And we have متى, متى, which means when. Let's have some examples. So here we have the first example with متى. So متى means when. I have an example here. متى تستيقظ, متى تستيقظ. In English, it means when do you wake up? When do you wake up? And you can have an answer. أستيقظ. See, here we start with the hamza because you are talking about yourself. Like we say, I wake up. So in Arabic, you don't need necessarily to add the pronoun I. It's enough to use the alif at the beginning of the verb. And this means that you are talking about yourself. Or you can say أنا أستيقظ على الساعة السابعة. So here you have two options. Either you can say أستيقظ الساعة السابعة or أنا أستيقظ الساعة السابعة. The second example with أين. So we have متى, which means when, and we have أين, which means where. أين تصلي? الله الله أكبر. I'm sorry, so it was the adhan. So after أصلي في المسجد, أين تصلي؟ أصلي في المسجد. Where do you pray? I pray in the mosque. Now we have كيف. كيف, it's also an interrogative noun, which means how. For example, here I think all of you know كيف, كيف حالك? How are you? Or for a female, كيف حالك? How are you for a female? So here we have an example. كيف الجو اليوم? How is the weather today? كيف الجو اليوم? How is the weather today? You can answer الجو بارد اليوم. If it's hot, you can say الجو حار اليوم. It is cold today based on this answer. And then we have كم. We already explained that كم means how many or how much. You can have an example here, an example like كم عمرك? كم عمرك? How old are you? You can say عمري 30 عاما or عمري 20 عاما أو عمري 22 عاما. Okay? So we are finished with all the interrogative nouns for WH questions. I will have to show you one more thing and we will be done with interrogative. So the last one, so here I will repeat. So we did men. We said that who, it's for al-aqil, so for humans. We have ma for non-humans, ماذا, and then we explain when can we use ma and when can we use ماذا. And we said that ma we use it when we don't have a verb in the sentence. But ماذا, we will use it when it's in a sentence has or the sentence has a verb. لماذا, we said they look almost alike, but this one we have the lam first. So لماذا. لماذا, which means why, when you have to ask for, if you would like to ask for a reason. Then we have meta. We worked with meta to ask about when, for the time. Aina, for the place, where. Kam, how many or how much. And kaifa, which means how. After finishing with all the WH questions in Arabic, now we are going to work with yes no questions. In Arabic, we have two interrogative words. We have hal and the hamza. This one that you are going to use, but both are used for yes no questions. Here we have an example. هل, if you want to ask a yes no question, what does it mean? It means you already have a statement and you wanted a confirmation, like in English. In English, when you ask a yes no questions, you make an inversion. In Arabic, no. So if you have a statement and you add at the beginning, you put hell, it will be a yes no question. I have an example here. أنت بريطاني. For example, أنت بريطاني is a statement. But if I wanted to make it as a yes no question, I would just add هل. هل أنت بريطاني? And the way I'm asking the question, it will sound, and it is a yes no question. So again, هل is an interrogative word that we use for a yes no question. How can you use it in a sentence? It is very easy. If you have a statement where you have a subject, verb, or just a subject and another noun or another adjective, and you just add hal at the beginning, and you make, of course, the question mark, it will become a yes no question. So here we have an example. هل أنت بريطاني? Are you British? The answer can be نعم. That's it, and you put a period. Or you will say لا, and you put a period, and it's a correct sentence. Or you can just say نعم أنا بريطاني, meaning yes, I am British, meaning you confirm. You said yes and you confirm by repeating the same statement. Okay? Now, if we would like to use the hamza, for example, here we have تحب الشاي. He likes tea. Now I wanted to ask the question. I will just add the a. أتحب الشاي? أتحب الشاي? By the way, we are not going to use this in any test quiz, okay? But I thought that because it exists, maybe you are going to see it. So we just have an idea that it is also considered a word, interrogative word. So here, أتحب الشاي? Do you like tea? You can have لا أحب الشاي. لا أحب الشاي. So you say no, I don't like tea. لا أحب الشاي. Or you just say لا or نعم. So thank you very much. I hope that you have a better idea of interrogative words in Arabic. We covered the ones that we use for WH questions and the two here that we use for yes no question. But I repeat, just give me this one. For yes no questions, we just going to use hel. Thank you very much.